Time for another edition of Behind the Scenes at CSI. I'm your host, Nick Durst. I'm here today with John Jankowski. John, where are we today? We're one of the central hubs, in my opinion, of the campus.
This is the Center for the Arts, which is actually located in the center of the campus.
And here we are.
And here we are in the Springer Concert Hall.
So a lot of stuff goes down here, not just the Springer Concert Hall, but the building in general. So why don't you tell everybody, what are the core events that happen here in the building?
Many things occur. The classes occur here. We have lectures that occur here. Beyond that, we have rental events, children's shows, political events. We also have had a season where we present shows, and for the need for any of the needs for the college.
Absolutely. Orientation, everything goes on here, a lot of conferences. So right now we're here on stage, so this is quite an impressive view. How many people could fit in here for any given performance?
911.
Wow, so you can see as you pan out, lots of decks here, you can hear the echo here. So what are some of the core shows that usually happen in this theater?
Our bread and butter here is what's called Enrichment Through the Arts, and they are a school bus show. They come in and do a show at 10 a.m. and 11:30 for about 90 days of the year.
Wow.
So it's a big turnaround, very helpful from all the departments, both the Buildings and Grounds Department and Public Safety, helping us make that happen.
Great. So not much of a backstage area here, but on the side here, is there anything you could show us as far as like light switches or panels or anything?
That's all
Everything's upstairs. All right, so we'll take a walk upstairs and take a look down and see what everything has there. So John, we're upstairs right now in the booth here. This is really where all the magic happens, right? Everything is controlled through here.
Yeah, we have follow spots up here, we have lighting consoles, and we have sound consoles up here on the third floor. We're actually on the third floor of the building.
So as high up as we can get before hitting the roof.
Unless you want to go on the roof.
I'll see. So everything is controlled through here. So what's usually the process as far as if there's going to be a show here, rehearsals, like how many people are up here following along with things to kind of control the lighting and visuals of the show?
There'll be a person downstairs on headsets on the stage controlling the cues and things that are needed for both rehearsals and shows. That person is usually connected to the it's called a stage manager.
Yes.
That runs the show itself. That person connects to the booth up here. These people will be on headsets also, or through the intercom that you see right there. Person sitting here would run the lights. This console runs about 30 lights that are up in the space, besides the house lights and things like that. Person sitting at that board over there runs the sound. And that, I think it controls up to about 30 inputs.
Wow, so a lot of different mics.
Multiple shows, yeah. Could be a rock and roll show that we do. We had Blue Oyster Cult here and such. That was pretty cool to see that show. But we're down to one comedian on the stage and one microphone.
Right.
The thing that people don't realize is that when there's a big show that's happening and there's a lot of stuff going on, it's a difficult thing to do. But if one person is using one microphone and that microphone fails, they really notice it.
Right.
The one thing you really notice.
If it's like a big ensemble show with a bunch of people singing, one mic goes out, it's probably not going to be noticed.
Don't really notice that much, but we've had. I mean, my famous one that I know of was George Carlin was on this stage,
which
was pretty cool to meet him and such like that. He's one of my idols from when I was younger.
Any other notable names have come here to perform? Politicians have come to give speeches?
Yes, we've had the State of the Borough done here. The Governor, Cuomo, came here, did an event here once. There's a lot of local politicians that come for events and such like that. But entertainment-wise, we've been doing shows here for 25 years or so. So, Joan Jett and the Blackhawks were on the stage, which was a lot of fun to meet her. And America was on the stage. I remember them performing. It's just what we're trying to do is find something that entertains the clientele of Staten Island.
Right.
That's a key issue, to make sure that they're happy with what they see.
Right. So what's the process like for deciding who's going to perform here?
I would reach out to agents to see what they have listed and what's availability and the dates that would match. Also, the capacity of the theater has a lot to
Right.
do with who you can bring in,
Right.
because we don't want to have a ticket to be so expensive.
Correct.
You know, that someone is not going to spend, $500 to see a ticket, to buy a ticket or see a show, and that could become a difficult thing. So you want to be careful of your prices. Plus, we also have students here on the campus, and we want to make sure it's
can
available
afford
to
it.
them and such like that. But that's how that works.
Okay, so out here we have the catwalk, right?
Mhm.
So that's pretty scary if you had to walk
Wanna
on,
go
on
up?
there, I think. I guess maybe, but how many lights are those? It seems like there's at least 30 lights.
There's about 30 to 35 lights available. That's the theatrical lighting that we have working there, besides all the house lights and such. This is the follow spot. Famous, hitting a mark on the stage is what this lamp does.
So there's two of these,
There are two,
one each side.
and there's also one up in the booth. We have
Okay, so three.
three follow spots. But if they used to say, to be in the limelight, that's what this is.
Right.
Because at one time, it was actually lime, the mineral that created
Oh,
with an
really?
arc. Yeah, it created an arc, and then you were in the limelight. Lighting controls. Not much to look at, but every one of these switches is for the lighting and theatrical lighting for the spaces. There's a lot of power going through this.
Do you have a generator in here?
We
Power
do.
goes
It's
out?
outside.
Okay.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, there's a
Never
generator in
blackout.
case all else fails. By code, you have to be able to leave the building.
Okay.
So when the generator kicks on, it's purely just for the emergency lights. and
Right.
such. So those would fail. The emergency lights
So I
stay
have to
on, so
stay
the
on, so
audience
you
can
can
get
see.
out of the building. That's what that's for. But there's a very large diesel generator right outside of this building. And when it kicks on, you know it.
This is the scene shop. What do the students use this for?
They build their shows that go into the lab theater. They have classes here in construction and production. They have, obviously, if you look around, you can see storage for
Right.
all of the scenery that's been done here before,
Yeah.
including those dragon heads up there on the
Heads
right.
up there, bicycles.
Pretty
above
cool. Yep. And they built everything you see here was built here.
them. It's awesome.
Yeah. Just saw was the scene shop across the way.
Yes.
Now, the building was designed so you could build scenery in that scene shop and bring it onto the stage. And the way they did that is to come through
Secret
this
door.
door.
Wow.
Now, that's a door.
You would never know from the outside.
Right. And those doors on that
Open
side
and
open the same
slides right
way.
through.
So you could actually bring scenery, whether you need it for the show at the time of the event or to build beforehand and bring it onto the stage.
Now we're backstage at
The
the
Williamson.
Williamson Theater.
Space is used for classes. We do dance shows in here. We do comedy shows in here. For the students, they do once a year. They used to do something called CSI Got Talent, and that was a pretty cool event because they did it in this space, and it was purely for the talent for the students
Wow.
here at the college.
What's the capacity seating-wise for this?
443.
Okay, so
capacity
smaller,
for
but
this
still
space.
very large. Still
is small.
two decks,
Mm-hmm.
2 levels here.
Yeah, that's the balcony up there, and then of course way up there is the grid and the crosswalks. But we have capacity of doing large classes in here too. That's what, as you can
Yeah,
see.
you can see here we got the whiteboard.
This is
Up here
astronomy.
you got the PowerPoint.
Yeah, this is astronomy class.
presentation.
That's done.
So lots of stuff going on here
Mm-hmm.
in this theater. So typically here, if there's like, let's say, middle school or public school graduation, which room is that going to be in?
Usually, the largest schools use the concert hall.
Okay.
We have a small high school here called Concord, and they do their graduations in here. And
So June and May, very busy times of the year.
June especially, yes. Well, May, there's a lot of college things that
Right.
go on because it's the end of the college year.
Yes.
We do commencement in here for the different departments in all of our spaces.
Right, every room.
We do convocation, which is the address from the president of the college. And then, like I said, they do the dance shows in here and such like that for the students that perform in here. It's usually a pretty busy space. These are the line sets. These control all the rigging that allows us to raise and lower things onto the stage. It goes up 100 feet, to the grid, and if you want to, you can take that spiral staircase all the way up and be standing on the top of the grid.
Wow. So how many people usually are back here to operate this system?
I've sometimes up to 3
Okay.
need to run this system. There's a stage manager's booth over there, and that person would be on headset. That person on headset communicates with the booth, which is the lighting and sound, and with the people over here on this headset. So they all talk to each other throughout the show, calling the cues, calling the needs of bringing on, whether it be dropping the scenery, not literally, it means bringing the scenery in, or rolling something out onto the stage. In theater, soft goods are called drops.
So for the scenery, what's like the process if you have to rig something up for a new show? I mean, it seems to be pretty rigorous.
First thing you need to do is know how much it weighs.
Right.
That's one thing. 2 is where they need it located on the stage, because each of these pipes come all the way down to deck level, about 5 feet off the floor, so you can rig and chain to it. Then you go to lift it. You take its first capacity weight. Way up there is where these are called arbors. This arbor would be way up there with the pipe in. So now that person way up there, you say loading 14,
right,
500 pounds, and that person would put 500 pounds onto this arbor to counterweight. And you can see it with this screen, which we have here,
right,
which I can easily bring in with no problem because it's balanced.
Yes.
But I can fly it up to the grid,
Wow.
like I'm doing right now. But when it comes down, you can see all that weight. And all of this matches the weight of that. So the top of this arbor has cables, goes way up to pulleys that go out and turn the cables out to the top of the pipe, which raise and lower that.
Fantastic.
And then we do the same thing with the grand rag or curtain and bring it in or out. And you can lower it or bring it up, and it moves with just my being able to move it. And I can bring it all the way in. And this actually weighs thousands of pounds. This is where the performers can come in, sit, relax, eat before the show, relax afterwards, have some beverages and refreshments after a show. We have 6 of these rooms.
So everyone get right in here. They have their own bathroom.
Yep.
And the mirrors,
Shower if they need
makeup, whatnot.
Kind of gives you an idea how many costumes you have.
So John, how many keys do you have for this building?
Well, I only need 1.
Okay, I got the master.
I have the master key, but there are many keys to this building. My key opens everything. The whole building connects. And we've had tractor trailers here unloading.
Okay, come right in.
We've had the New York Philharmonic here, which was pretty impressive. And a whole concert gets put together, and it's a nice season when it happens. It's a nice presentation when that kind of thing happens. Directly above the stage now.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, speaker system up above the stage and stuff like that.
All right, John, we're on the roof right now, so this is definitely the best view of graduation you can get later in the year.
Absolutely.
Right here. So everything goes on in this building. We're on the roof right now. So if anyone wanted to potentially book a venue to perform a show or something, how could they contact you? How could they get in here with the school?
Our contact information is found at cfashows.com, or you can call our office directly at 718-982-2506.
All right, John, and if there's one takeaway you want our viewers at home to take away from 1P, this building that you manage and operate, what would that be?
This place is for the public. This place is for the students. Students first. That's all that matters.
All right, John, thank you so much for your
Pleasure.
time. This has been great, and this has been Behind the Scenes at CSI. I'm your host, Nick Durst. Bye.